with your little boo, telling me she love me. I got this one, that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah. You know. I said, damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah, let's go. Look. I told Shorty drop it for a real one. Yeah. Go ahead and pop it, let me feel some.
I'll just mute.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to week 2 of 9Moons Rocket League. Got my boy Snake Doctor here with me again. What's going on, Snake? How you been?
Well, hey man, I've been great. I've been looking forward to this for a week now, and I cannot wait to get these games underway. What about you? How you doing, Odie?
Oh, pretty good, man. Just keeping up with all the legs in chat, all the in-houses, trying to see who's doing what kind of team's gonna be winning this round. So today we got Cloud 69 and GG's Are Toxic, game 1. What you think about that one?
Man, I think it's going to be a pretty interesting game. You got Cloud 69, GG's Are Toxic. Both are 1-1 after the first week. Cloud 69 losing to Ryan's Rejects. GG's Are Toxic beating Ryan's Rejects. I think we're in for a good matchup. A repeat performance from Blinksy, though, if I'm being honest. He had a great game last week when we streamed that one.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, Blinksy, and he had a good sporting cast there, too, with Clevens coming in. Had some good shots. Kirk Polo obviously was hitting some good stuff. But they got their work cut out for us. I don't know if anybody can confirm here, but I don't know if Bat's actually going to be in this one. But I want to see that man play. That's my old teammate right there. That's my boy. And then they got Tag and Heir to the Throne. I mean, we know Heir to the Throne is going to be hitting some big plays. Tag's a good number 2, and I want to see Bat coming in. I think we might have lost you there. Are you still there?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. Sounded like you were about to start talking, but then cut out a little bit.
I think I might be a few seconds behind you here. Working on a PC here. But no, we talked a little bit about Bat last week being your old teammate and how he's a great fill position player. And I think if he's here this week, we should be in for a really, really good matchup because you have Tag on his team who likes to play up, cut a little bit, get real aggressive towards the ball. And when you have a player like Bat on your team to kind of fill in on the defensive side of things, it makes for an interesting play. It makes for interesting play, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. We got Heir to the Throne in the chat saying that Bat will indeed be playing today.
All right, can confirm. Pick him up on DraftKings, boys.
Pick him up. All right, after that, we got Ryan's Rejects, and they're playing the Soup Kitchen. We haven't seen anything out of, but they're 2-0 right now.
And a quiet 2-0 after the first week. I saw a little bit of what they had to offer last week, but I'm really excited to kind of see what Soup Kitchen does. Obviously, is going to be nothing to sniff your nose at or slouch at, so we should be up for a real cracker there.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I think that's going to be one of our better ones. And, of course, I'm going to be saying the same thing. Vamic, Big Fella hooking up. And we want to see Big Fella doing a little bit more this week. But, oh, wow. We got Faden coming in the chat. What's up, Faden? 6 months with the sub. Appreciate it. All right. Well, I guess let's go ahead and kick it on over to Snarf with the stats. Let me make sure we got that all set up, Joel. One sec. Hold on, I don't have you quite in yet. 1 second. Damn, didn't quite get this all the way set up here. But don't worry. Just a hiccup. All right, we should have you now.
Here we go. Now we're looking at it. Well, may I introduce our new and very fancy and swanky stats interface here. We can do just a little bit of perusing through, seeing what everything looks like, so everybody can know how this works now. So you've got your player stats here, your team stats. We got them charted out on the right. Any stats you want to compare and contrast between people, you can just hover over. It'll give you a look. You got your player shots versus goals with the shooting percentage mapped across it. There's a little caveat here for everybody. Shooting percentage, as it's currently calculated, is based on per game average. So it's more of like an overview of, like, on any given game, how you'll be shooting. And it's not based off of the total goals versus shots cumulative. We've got our team positioning and boost and speed metrics down at the bottom. And again, you can hover over all these to look at what you got going. So yeah, let's look at some numbers here, boys.
What stats jump out at you the most here?
So there's a couple. Well, let's go over the player cards first here. So we've got last week heir to the throne with 9 goals out of 19 shots and a further 4 assists. And this all happened while he got demoed the most times in the league at 12 out of his 2 series.
That is
so that,
unfortunate.
yeah, but it didn't stop him because almost 50% shooting, highest goals in the league. He had an insane week last week. And if we want to look at some other outstanding ones, we have 21 saves on Blinksy.
Oh.
I didn't take a close look into his individual games. I don't know if his net was just getting hammered, if his teammates were playing upfield, but man, that is a lot of saves.
Yeah, I guess we did cast that one game there, Snake, and I don't know, I didn't really feel like he was getting that many saves. He's just making a big impact on the game.
He definitely had a big impact on the game for sure. But if I remember correctly, he was all over that defensive backboard and was really, obviously, a reliable last man. Came down to it.
Vamek saying his team's all top 3 in demos. That's a Vamek team if I've ever seen one.
That was what I wanted to bring up next. Look at this. A total of 37 demos combined in 2 series. And if we go down here and look at their time spent in the offensive third, completely eclipsing other teams, almost double the least offensive teams here.
Wow.
So, and if we want to look up here and look at their amount of shots, they had 56 last week. Only 15 in the goal, but if they start putting those in the net, I think that's going to be causing some real troubles for other teams. That's a really aggressive team.
Putting 56 shots on goal and then killing anybody that can defend it. I mean, you're going to be a tough team.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, you go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's huge. We talked about that when the Ryan's Rejects were playing up against GG's Are Toxic, and that was something that was really like glaring from his team in that series was that we weren't seeing the demos that were being hyped up in the pregame. There was just no follow-through. Blinksy's team did a great job of adapting, and it just seemed like that aggressive play wasn't there.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely, you hit the nail on the head there. That's exactly what seemed to be happening anyway. Snarf, Faden's wanting his MVPR. What are we going to do for him?
Yeah, so we have a little bit something different in the works here. It's a complicated calculation I'm working on, so it's not quite finished. But for anybody who's familiar with baseball WAR, I'm looking at something that isn't as weighted towards the team captains, that can give us a little better look into individual like contributions against your own team's performance instead of overall. I think MMR or MVPR was a great idea. I thought it maybe didn't tell a strong enough story, just being a combination of the stats we're looking at here in the player stats table. So keep your eyes out for that. This whole stats is going to be iterative. This table is going to fill out. We're going to have new dashboards almost every week. Some cumulative stats like that.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's what we're looking into.
And anybody not familiar with the stat WAR, but it stands for wins against replacement, I believe, and it just kind of compares who you are as compared to anybody else in the league if they were in your position. So it'll be a nice stat to look at.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think there's one last thing I wanted to look at here, and that was the assists from last week. We can see both Funny SpongeBob, Stupid Hands, and Cloud69 here had a really high percentage, like 80 to like 70 to 80% of assisted goals. So I think that's going to be a pretty big metric of team success looking into the future. Is how many passes are getting off, how many people are moving the ball around, because this is a really strong defensive league this season, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. Anything else you want to throw in on the stats thing before we start getting into our games?
No, let's move into that. If anybody wants to check this out themselves, you can do !RL stats in Twitch chat or in the Discord, and it'll link you up and bring you right here. You can filter things by your team, You can compare player head-to-heads if you want to. When we get into the playoff season, you can filter regular season versus playoffs. So that's for y'all to go look at yourselves.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's switch over to a waiting screen here, get the teams in place, and we'll start the season. There we go. All right. Looks like we're finally getting into it. Little hiccups, but we're finally getting there. Maybe. If Rocket League will let us.
If Rocket League will let us. If the Psionics gods.
Just say a little prayer to the Psionics gods, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Looks like we're going to finally get into it here. G's are toxic on the blue side. Cloud 69 on the orange side. The way it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Just as Psionics intended.
Just as Psionics gods intended. Looks like everybody's getting into it. All right, looks like we're getting into week 2, game 1, finally.
Let's go, baby.
Let's
Week
go.
2, game 1.
And Gerg Polo with a big kickoff win early in the game. Looks like heir to the throne. Up, gonna give it up to Tag. Tag over to Bat. Let's see what Bat can do with this. Oh, Bat coming off. No boost. Can't really do a whole lot.
Mm-mm.
Let's see what we can get created here with the blue team. Yeah. Sorry, having setup issues again, but we'll figure it out. Still week 2.
Yeah, I mean we're wheeling and dealing, baby. Week 2, we got this.
All right, we got Clevens, who we saw, have some big plays last week, coming in with a little bit of offensive aggression, but going to rotate out. Blinksy and Gerg Polo trying to figure out who's going to come in here and take the ball. Tax just going to dribble it all the way down.
I'm looking forward to see if we can see some of the same link-ups from Blinksy, Gerg, and Clevens, because they had some great plays last week.
Yeah, that is for sure. It looks like Heir to the Throne's got a lot of control over this ball. 23 boost. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Coming off the ceiling? Nah, he's not going to have enough boost to really make a play on that, but it's a good pass mid. Bat's going to pull back. See if he rotates back. Ooh, Cleven's going to take him out.
Yeah, that's a big demo right there.
So far, there's a big shot on goal. Pass middle. Cleven's going to clear it out. He's going to follow this up. Heir to the Throne's there for it. Let's see if he can get a pass mid to his team. Nah, Gerg Polo's going to clear that out. Easy peasy.
This is starting out as kind of a real nitty-gritty game. We're seeing a lot of contact. I think we've already seen about like 3 demos so far. Lots of bumps. No one really able to get like clean possession with the ball so far.
Yeah, right. It looks like the orange team here, Cloud 69 is really looking to create. Oh wait, I have stuff backwards too. All right. I have everything backwards on overlay, but you know what? No problem. We're gonna call it like we see it. All right, Cleven's gonna clear it out. Let's see what happens here. Tag's got a good clear. Blinks it back down the field. Just a lot of ping pong happening right now.
A lot of ping pong. We need to see a little bit from both sides. Really, we need to see a little bit more boost management, and maybe look to set up some early passing lanes here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a whole lot happening yet. Nobody can really find it. But as Snarf was saying, it's a very defensive league right now. See Bat hitting it middle.
Yeah.
No teammate there. Tag's gonna come up on it. Blinksy's gonna look for the clear. Blinksy hitting that down towards goal. Heir to the Throne should have. Kind of sets it there. Tag's gonna save him. And it's just a nice, simple gentleman's game of Rocket League so far.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of respect in what's going on. Quick closing gaps in the mid and defensive thirds, but like I said, we're not seeing a whole lot of possession so far. We're seeing a lot of ticky-tack plays, and right as I say that, Clevens goes in for a monster goal to open up the scoring. Man, it's just a great textbook finish from Clevens there. All right, 1-0. Here we go.
Sorry, still trying to figure out this overlay issue I got going on here. The colors clearly aren't right, but we're still got some high quality Rocket League happening.
Absolutely.
All right, we got Heir to the Throne gonna hit it down. Big Cleven's gonna find an open net. Okay,
Yeah.
Is that his second goal so far? That is.
Yeah, that's 2 for Clevens in quick succession. Clevens making his presence known here in the game. He's doing a great job of just picking up those little scrappy second balls, and he's just there very, very quickly.
We got Heir to the Throne with a kickoff win here. Greg Polo's going to take it, put it off the backboard, see if Tag can get to it. He does. Good speed out of Tag. Clevens challenging again, getting a good hit middle. If Blinksey's going to pull off of it, Greg Polo's going to be in the back line. Let's see if he can get to it. Heir to the Throne, good speed to the ball.
Yeah, that's a great late 50-50 challenge there to maintain possession. But here we go.
A good flip, good bump. Oh, Heir to the Throne there to clear it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the GGs are stacking the pressure right now. They're looking a lot like what we saw last week. They're making some good plays. They're very aware of where their teammates are, too. We're not seeing any double commits from the GGs yet.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a good, solid play here. And, I mean, just going to sit and hold it out.
That's a great centering pass. Ooh, good clear.
All right, looks like we're just going to slow the ball down here, try to kill the clock, and see if we can take it out to the win.
Polo coming in with a big save there to keep the game secure. And that should do it for the first game there, Odie.
Yeah, absolutely. GGs are toxic. Going to take out the first one. I'm going to fix this overlay so we know which team's on which side. Yeah, I appreciate you carrying me on commentary there while I figure some stuff out.
No, it's no problem. No problem. We're seeing some good. We're seeing some great solo play there from Clevens. You see, he has one unassisted goal. Gerg Polo linking up with him for the second goal, and Blakesy providing some good offensive pressure as well. 4 shots, no goals, but making his presence known as the last man to the ball there. Cloud69 having to come up with some really big saves to keep the game within arm's reach. But, it's kind of like what we're seeing, and we talked a little bit about this last week, where I'm starting to wonder if this trend continues, where if Tag has to switch up his gameplay of cutting rotation a little bit and maybe getting a more traditional style of rotation between the 3 players on Cloud69.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we could definitely tell with what we saw out of Tag that game that he's definitely playing super solid, getting good saves in the back and doing what he could to really keep the pressure on.
Wow, what a shot from Gerg Polo there to open the scoring in game 2. Really, really tough angle. He comes in from the right side and just touches the ball barely to get it into the top shelf. And just like that, game 2, we're off to a 1-0 start for the GGs are toxic. And this was a team that I was really surprised ended the first week 1-1. Because the solid performance we saw last week, I thought for sure that they would go 2-0.
Yeah, they definitely are looking very, very strong there early in the game. But now they're up against a pretty strong Cloud69 team, and we'll see what they can do with it. Tag's gonna miss that. Cleven's gonna miss that as well. Gerg Polo coming in from the back, gonna put in a shot. Blinksy's trying to hit it in. Cleven's trying to keep it in, but nah, Heir to the Throne's gonna get that out of there. Oh, Gerg Polo's gonna hit it back in. It's gonna. Oh, he missed the boost. Didn't get the pressure going. Get shot in. Bat's gonna be there to clear it. See what happens. Cleven's coming in. That's good speed, good pressure, and there's a lot of pressure coming in this corner.
Yeah, Cloud69 just having trouble clearing the ball out of their half. They're getting starved out of boost, out-rotated. It's just a lot of pressure coming in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, they weren't even really going for the boost. It was just, GGs are toxic. We're having a hard time getting out of the goal to get the saves. Just putting so many shots on. See if Gerg Polo can do anything with this. Gonna hit it off backboard. Look for another tap. Misses it. Clevin's going to come in, try to put it back middle, see if Blinksy can follow this up. He's just going to slow play it. Blinksy takes this one, 65 boost. That's going to be enough to get it past middle. See if Clevins is there for it. Kevin's going to get a shot on the top corner, but misses it. Gerg Polo going to follow it up. Now he's going to give Bat a free ball. A little bit of a double commit coming out of him there, but nothing too troublesome.
Mm-hmm. And I think I just saw Heir to the Throne grab the mid boost, which I think is probably the first mid boost in the last 2 minutes I've seen his team get.
Well, that definitely made good use of it as they got the ball out of the corner there.
Yeah, it looks like the tables might be turning here as they're starting to mount up some offense, and there it is. There's the tying goal from Bat.
Bat coming in off the off the rotations. Yep, cuts a little there. Tag gonna get the nice, beautiful fake as Bat knocks it into the goal there.
That's just great offensive awareness, and that's what we expect from a great fill player like Bat. He's able to read the play, know where he needs to be, and he capitalized. That was excellent play.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely looking a little tougher than we saw here in Game 1, but still a little bit slower pace than we're normally used to seeing. Not as many goals, a little bit more defensive play.
Man, look at Blinksy just being a problem in front of the Cloud 69 net. I think he had like 3 or 4 bumps there.
Yeah, and Turn snagged that mid boost. Going to hit a pop-up, see if he can follow up his own hit. Yep, going to hit it upfield. Used all of his boost for that one. He's going to miss it, but he's going to stay on the ball. Nice hit back. See if Gerg Polo can do anything with it. That's a good cut towards goal. Clevin's looking for the shot. Doesn't come through. Gerg Polo is going to knock it in. Nice shot off the missed hit by Clevins.
It's a great follow-up, a nice soft touch off the wheels, off of a really good rip from Clevins, too.
Absolutely. There's just a lot of pressure coming in right now.
That was an all-around great team play there.
Got the... Oh, stuttering. A little bit of latency variation, but we're still playing Rocket League. Let's see. Blinksy is looking for Tag's hit off the wall. Doesn't quite get it. Heir to the Throne's going to try to get back to goal as fast as possible. Turns on the ball quickly. That was a good turn. Blinksy's going to take it up the wall, just try to control it a little bit. 1.5 minutes, just kill some clock. Right. At this point, I mean, what do we need to see Cloud 69 do to really get a ball in the goal?
I think they need to pick the pace up a little bit. They're playing down to GG's or Toxic's pace. We've seen GG's catch the ball, slow the ball, and get the setup that they need off the walls and in the corners. I think if Cloud 69 presses the pace here and kind of amps it up a little bit and takes away the opportunity for GG's to control and set up whatever they want to set up, I think we're going to see a lot more gritty play. And it should start to open things up for them a little bit. It seems they're playing a little more reactive instead of proactive play.
Right, yeah, I think that's definitely a good way to look at it. They need to be a little bit more playing their game, setting things up, rather than, the nitty-gritty, slow-down play that they've been playing so far.
Yeah, it didn't quite work for them in the first game. I have to think that they're starting to realize that because they've opened up the scoring on their side. It looks like they're setting some nice plays up here in the middle. Good fakes.
Tag slowing it down, gonna get a hit mid. Heir to the Throne's not there to follow it up. Gerg Polo's gonna clear it. Should give Heir a free ball. Heir free ball with Gerg Polo snags the boost, gets the hit around Heir, and Blinksy's gonna put that off the backboard. They're just keeping it high and killing clock.
Mm-hmm. And Heir's already upfield. Let's see if we can make something happen here.
Clevin's coming off the ceiling. Let's see what he can do here. Gerg's gonna, looks like he's gonna keep it alive. Could be a little dangerous. Bat's gonna go for the dribble. Heir's gonna keep it up. Oh, no, he's going to let it die. GG's are Toxic going to take game 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just like that, GG's are Toxic are sitting in a comfy 2-0 lead in this series. Yeah, I think we need to see Cloud 69 press the pace a little more and maybe work out their comms. We saw a few double commits, a few little panic mode saves with double commits in the net. They need to play a little more aggressively and maybe try to bring the fight to GG's are Toxic instead of having the fight brought to them and respond to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you get players. They just have a solid 3-player team there, and I think they can make that happen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for a team that's tied with the highest MMR right now in Cloud 69, the potential's there. without a doubt, the potential's there. So, I mean, the second that GGs are toxic starts to go to sleep and maybe get a little bit complacent, we're going to start seeing this game get blown up. So, I mean, I'm looking for some sparks here in this game to give Cloud69 some life.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely feel like they can do it. But, I mean, you got the duo of Clevens and Blinksy that's really hard to contend with. And Gerg Polo, we saw him hit that big shot in Game 1. And, I mean, a lot of very big defensive stands coming at him as well. But, you know, the one best way to score is let them score on themselves.
There it is. Yeah, and here comes Bat coming in with his second goal of the series. He's just a real nitty-gritty play right there. And, I mean, it comes off a double commit from the GGs are toxic, but Bat's there to force the issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cleven's really trying to dribble that ball back towards the goal. But, I mean, we know if you're not going to go over the goal, it's not something you really want to do. Blinksy coming in, getting the flip reset. He's feeling himself a little bit.
Yeah, he's sitting comfy right now. I mean, why not? Give it a try.
Right. Definitely want to. Now's the time if you're going to try some new stuff out. And, Cleven's just barely missing that one. Gerg Polo is going to keep it in play. Let's see if Eric can clear this. He's going to slow play it a little bit, leaving it for Bat. Now, that's good, solid teamwork right there. And tag. It's very good defensive rotations that we're seeing currently coming out of him.
It's a great center by Clevens.
See, we got Clevens, putting the ball back in the center. Air to the throne, clearing it out, slowing it down a little bit. He's got plenty of boost to make something happen. Good defensive stand there by Gerg Polo. Linksy's going to clear that one out.
Ball.
Tag's going to play it back in. Gerg Polo's going to put it back downfield. Air to the throne. He's got plenty of boost, and he's got plenty of skill to make this happen. Blinksy's going to easily clear this one out. Blinksy's going to slow it down a little bit, get a good fake. Rough 50 coming off the ceiling. Let's see if Gerg Polo can get this out of here. We're seeing a lot of really good, really strong clears coming out of Gerg Polo right now.
Yeah, Gerg is definitely bringing his game right now. He's just forcing the issue on this game right now.
And Cleven's putting it back in. It's just so much pressure we're seeing coming out of GGs are toxic. It's kind of akin to what we were seeing last week.
Yeah, it is. They're bringing the heat, and they're just setting up camp right at that half field line, and they're not letting Cloud69 breathe.
Yeah, controlling that mid boost, just getting shot after shot after shot, winning 50 after 50 as Blinksy side flips, leaving air to the throne. The ball, the boost. This could be a rough one. Air to the throne, somebody we can. Oh, nice pass mid, and Bat's there to clean that up. 2-0, Cloud69 right now.
Yeah. Bat's a scoring machine. He's got 3 goals so far in this series. I think if he's feeling himself and he's feeling these kind of shots, I think that Cloud69 is going to have to lean on him a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's definitely one of the type of player that's going to be there in the right place at the right time, play passively and wait for his shot. But whenever he starts feeling comfortable and getting up and scoring, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, for sure. The man's out there vibing right now. I mean, you used to be a teammate with him. Is this what you expected from him?
Oh, absolutely. This man, he's definitely a little bit newer to the competitive scene as far as, playing in tournaments and like playing at a little bit higher level. But now that he's like getting used to it, getting reps in with some better teammates, like he's just getting so much better, so much quicker. Okay, got the double touch off the wall there. Air to the throne with a good D. Bat's going to get on this ball, but Blinksy's going to beat him to it. Good 50. Blinksy leaving it for Clevens. Clevens going to try to follow it up. Air to the throne clears it out. All right, and Tag's going to clear this one out, and Air to the Throne's going to try to keep it in play. Let's see if they can find another goal here to really put the nail on the coffin. It's going to be rough, Clevens.
What a save. That's a save that he needed to make there if he wants to win this game.
Right, Air to the Throne, going to slow play this a little, get it up off the wall into the corner. Very soft touch, safe play there. Cleven's going to try to put it back in, see if he can get a good pass middle. He does, but Air to the Throne's there to clear it out. Blinksy's going to put it back into his corner. They need to make something happen here. They need a little bit of a high-pressure offense.
Yeah, we're starting to see Cloud69 kind of come into their game. They've adapted to the way that GG's are Toxic was playing in the first 2 games, and now it's GG's turn to adapt. They're going to have to switch their gameplay up, switch up the play style, switch up the rotation a little bit, and figure out a way to score while they're mounting all this pressure on them.
Looks like Blinksy going to get a ball here. He's going to put a hard shot on net, but Tag was ready for it, and so was Heir to the Throne. Gerg Polo's going to try to play this back in. Tag's going to hit it back out. Let's see if Clevens can take control. He does. Wonder how much boost this man has. He's going to make some things happen. Gerg Polo's going to not be there in time. Bat's going to clear it out. Just try to control this ball, kill some clock, and then if they can just kill it a little longer, I think GG's... Wait, I'm sorry. Cloud 69's going to take game 2.
Game 3.
Yeah, game 3. Telling you. Telling you, man. I'm telling you.
They're going by fast, bro. They're going by so fast. That's gonna do it for this third game.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
2 goals. Man. All right, so we got ourselves a series here. This is the first series we're casting that isn't a 3-0.
Oh, man. Feels good.
I know, right? Like, we get to see more Rocket League. I mean, that's what we want. That's what we're all here for. But I think the GGs are Toxic are going to have to find a way to capitalize on Cloud 69 double commit saves. We saw a lot of double commit saves from Cloud 69, and they didn't get punished for it in that game. The GGs are Toxic are going to have to look for that and be quicker to the ball after those double commits to set something up.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's I think a little bit of what was saving them there in that game, and I think going forward, that's going to be the game plan.
Yeah, they need to recognize that and be able to get there fast. And if you can't rip a clean shot on the third man, then you need to set up a passing play for your own third man. Let's see if they can adapt and seal this series up. But right now, I mean, it looks like we're in for a doozy.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if it feels like they've kind of loosened up a little bit. We got some more shots going on goal, some more comfortable passes middle off the backboard and stuff like that. It's just less ping pong play, clear the ball out and stay in your own goal.
Yeah, they've definitely loosened up. It seems like they've warmed up a little bit. And as I say, curse of the commentator, Gerg Polo puts one in.
Yeah, definitely a good pass middle, and then a follow up by Gerg Polo and Bat with the uncharacteristic whiff there, and Gerg Polo's just gonna put it in.
Yeah, that was just a really awkward rip off of the side post there.
Yep, but here we are, 1-0. GGs are Toxic are currently up. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Blinksy's just going to put one on net, and Tag and Heir to the Throne going to double commit that out of there. Let's see if Clevens can get a good hit up. Clevens looking for the demos. Good offensive prowess. Oh, Bat's going to play that off his corner. That's going to be tough for them to clear out. Tag is not there for... Gerg Polo's looking for the pass middle, but he hits it into the corner. Let's see if he can follow this up. Bat's going to clear that out. Blinksy coming off the backboard. Is anybody there to follow it up? Cleven's just barely missing it. Gerg Polo
Almost looked like they were going for a team pinch there.
Oh, man, that would be such a beautiful play.
I know. I'd go crazy.
Cleven's going to dribble this down. Bat's just going to take it from him. Hit that. Passes it middle. Anybody there to follow that up? I don't believe so. Tag's going to be there. Hit it back in. Gerg Polo with a good clear again. Now, I'd like to see the clear stats on that man this game.
Yeah, he's putting in some good work on the defensive third when they're in their defensive third.
Yeah,
he's
it's
putting in
not
some
a whole
work back
lot
there.
this time.
No, it is not.
Gerg Polo again, getting the clear out. Cleven's gonna try to follow us up, trying for the pre-flip.
Mm-hmm.
That's good awareness there. Gonna tap it to the backboard, but Blinksy's there to follow it up. Oh, it's gonna be floating middle. Let's see if Gerg Polo can put it in. And this man has just been solid this whole series.
Yeah, Gerg is definitely putting in the work this game. It seemed like in that third game, Cleven's kind of slacked off a little bit. You know, he was heating up in the first 2 games. Kind of went a little quiet in that third game, and it seems like Gerg Polo's taking the reins. He's doing a good job of leading his team right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're getting the play that we expect out of Blinksy and the play we expect out of Clevens, but Gerg Polo is really stepping up, and Heir to the Throne, and I'm not exactly sure what I just watched. Air to the
Look
throw
at
with a
this slow,
fake tag hitting it
Big
around.
handoff,
Oh my
double tap
God.
pass with just the most awkward angle. That is what I'm still trying to process words for that play. I'm still
Somebody
trying to process words for that
contact
play.
Sports Center. That's got to be a top 10 play.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, GGs are toxic, up 2-1 in the set and in the game, and they're looking to close it out here. But Cloud 69s, they're really just not giving up. Bat's still making big, strong plays. We got Tag quick to the ball, and then Air to the Throne's really he's a very fast, aggressive player, but it's just he's not making a whole lot happen currently.
Yeah. Cloud 69 is definitely leaning into Bat kind of vibing right now. And he's just being that solid object for his team. Let's see if we can get something from him right now.
Tag putting out the backboard
There it
and
is.
Bat putting it in the goal again. I believe Bat has all but one of their goals.
Yeah, all but one. The first goal of this game that Air to the Throne had was the first goal that Bat didn't score.
And that just shows the awareness of Tag and Air to the Throne really like setting up Bat for these plays.
Yeah.
All right, we got a game here. 2 minutes to go, 2-2, and that ball's just gonna go right into the goal. Air to the Throne just gonna flop it in. They are really trying to make this a set.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Let's get this to 5 games, boys. That's the mantra on their team right now.
That's 2 goals now that have been scored off the kickoff with for Cloud 69. It just seems like before we can get GG's or Toxic's defense set up, that's when we want to attack. All right, Blinksy coming in with the air dribble. See if we can get another tap. Good clear out by Air to the Throne. Gerg Polo's going to put it on the net. Tag's going to clear it out. Clevin's going to try to take control of it. Let's see if he can hit it over. Yeah, Blinksy will be there for that one. Speed by Clevins, passing it over to the right, but Tag's there to catch that one. See if Air to the Throne slows it down to control it. He's going to tap it over to Bat. He knows where the hot hand is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's their goal right now. We have a double commit save here. Let's see if they can score.
Air to the Throne not putting it on quite hard enough, and their GGs are toxic. We're able to get back and save that one. Bat's just going to slowly roll it. Little back pass out to Air to the Throne. Air to the Throne's going to follow this up. Let's see if he can make anything happen with it. Off the backboard. Good, strong hit. Didn't have any
we've seen a
teammates
bit
there
of
to
a
follow.
momentum shift here. We're seeing a lot of Cloud 69 offensive action, which we didn't see in the first 3 games.
Yeah, it feels like we're seeing a complete mirror here. The pressure that we're seeing out of Cloud 69 is just definitely what we were seeing out of GG's there in the beginning.
Yeah, everything's shifted, it seemed like. Cloud 69 has really hit their stride, and they're really forcing the issue right now.
Air to the Throne's going to take another one, pounces it off the ceiling. Clevin's going to be a good clear out of defense. Blinksy's going to look for a shot on goal. Is tagged there to save it. He's not. And Blinksy's going to put it in. Ties it up 3-3. GG's are looking to close it out right now.
That one just squeaked right through. I got to see that one again. Oh, man. 2 uncharacteristic misses.
Season 4 Dunk Master Blinksy. Putting it in the goal.
Hey, you got to put in the hours to get that title.
That you do. This man has definitely put in his hours. All right, Blinksy's going to put it back up towards the goal again. Gerg Polo's going to tap it middle. Clevins is way back. Blinksy's looking for demo, looking for boost, looking to make something happen here. Gerg Polo, Blinksy off the backboard. Blinksy just barely missing that one. And he's definitely looking to keep the pressure on. You can just tell.
Yeah, he was letting everybody know about his Dunk Master title there. He was trying to slam that one in there.
Oh, Clevins with the big hit middle. Air to the Throne's going to keep it alive. He's going to tap it middle. Let's see if Gerg Polo can keep that alive. He's going to kill it. We're going into overtime.
Let's go, baby. OT.
Damn, this is a set here.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's
Big set.
Blinksy can make something happen here. He's going to get the pass middle. Gerg Polo's coming in, gets a shot, and there's the goal.
There it is.
That's going to
That's
close
the
out
goal in the series.
That's going to close out the series. What a pass there, middle
just
by
like
Blinksy.
that.
That is beautiful. Gerg Polo again doing what he did all set long. He's just there.
Yeah,
for
and
it.
that's what we saw last week from him too. You know, that was you knew it. You know, in Blinksy's mind, there was no doubt that his teammate was sitting there on the back post.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's head on over to the old talk screen here. Let me update this set. So we had GG's are toxic taking it 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I just watched the game or something.
Yeah, it was 3-1, but I'll tell you what, those last two games were pretty hard fought, with Cloud 69 taking game 3 in a really authoritative manner, and then by bringing it into overtime. We saw a huge momentum shift in that game 4. There was a lot to unpack in that series. That's without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was definitely a very, very, very close 3-1. And, I mean, Cloud 69 was definitely trying to make it a set there.
Yeah, and they did a good job. And, they were starting to live up to the hype that we were talking about last week and in the pregame this week with them having the highest MMR. A lot of people not really knowing what to expect from them. But they did a really, really good job. And I definitely think that their season is looking pretty bright.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, you have players like Tag and Heir to the Throne who are quick to the ball, very, very, very solid players. And if you get Bat playing like he did today, and, Heir to the Throne playing the normal game that he normally plays, then they're just going to be a strong team. But then again, I mean, GGs are toxic. That's a very strong team as well. Blingsy's no stranger to the top of the league, at least with these players.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him, you saw his captaincy shining through there in that overtime game winner that sealed the match for him. He was able to get control off the kickoff and make it a very, very short overtime with that stellar pass to Gerg Polo on the weak side.
So, next game we have Ryan's Rejects in the Soup Kitchen. How you feeling?
Ryan's Rejects in the Soup Kitchen. Not a whole lot is known about the Soup Kitchen in my book. We didn't get to see them last week. I enjoyed casting the Ryan's Rejects game. I thought that was a really, really fun game to cast. I'm excited to see what the Soup Kitchen's got for us.
Yeah, I am too. The only player that I really recognize on the team is Sean RPS, and somebody who's been on my team in the past, and somebody that I've coached in the past. And I know that man he's put in the hours, talking about putting in the hours. I don't know if he's a season 4 dunk master or anything, but
season 4 dunk master. Yeah, but Soup Kitchen 2-0. They're 2-0 right now, and I don't know how their first game went. I'd have to look and see. But 2-0 coming into this week, and I know that momentum isn't something that just goes away. I know they were probably looking forward to this matchup and getting 3-0, maybe 4-0, depending on how their first game went, just as much as I was. There's no doubt that they're excited and they're feeling themselves, and their chemistry is hitting early.
Faden out here asking who carried me in a GC tourney. I'll never tell you, Faden. I'll never tell you.
Do we need to put up a poll?
Oh man. I would never admit to being carried. That's all I'm saying. I just wear the title and everybody loves it. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Yeah, I mean, it seems like, and maybe this is where they drew the inspiration for their team name, the Soup Kitchen, but it seems like, much like a soup, you have a lot of different play styles coming together in this crock pot of a team.
Oh.
And I'm using crock pot in the most respectful way.
Like a melting pot, would you say?
There you go, melting pot. Melting pot's better. We can call it fondue pot. We can call it Instapot. I don't care. But it seems like we have a lot of different play styles that are going to be coming in here. Traditionally, they have a very demo-heavy player in Sean, who's a solid Champ 1 player. So I think what we can expect to see in this game is going to be a lot like what we've expected to see from the Ryan's Rejects with Vamic. So we might even just get to see a good old-fashioned slugfest and see who can come out with the most demos.
I'll tell you what, everybody loves a good Sean versus Vamic matchup. But Sean currently sitting in 4th place in the demo leaderboards. Not what you usually expect to see out of him, but maybe the man's playing a little bit more of a, scoring the ball role, and that's why they're sitting at 2-0 right now and not 1-1.
Yeah, and you have to think that, with a demo-heavy player like Sean, who likes to make short rotations and go for quick hits from behind, grab the boost and get back in there and start messing up the other team, you have to think that Vamek's team and Ryan's Rejects is going to be well adapted to that, and that they're going to be ready for something like that, and that they're expecting something like that. I mean, who better to prepare for a demo heavy team than a demo heavy team?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good way to look at it. It looks like everybody pretty much is still in their previous sets. It looks like Sean's in training currently, so maybe that man's waiting and ready. I'm not exactly sure how their last set went. I'm not sure if we're automatically reporting to Smash GG or not.
Okay.
Definitely going to be some clarification to get on that, but yeah, it looks like Vamek's team is currently trying to finish up their set, so we might be killing time for a little bit, getting ready for.
I got no issues with that. What are your predictions for this game? You know these guys better than I do. You've played with most of them. So what are you thinking for this match?
Right. Well, I mean, I'm clearly, as we could tell last week, Big Fella. I'm a huge Big Fella fan. I mean, the man is fast. The man has gotten so much better in just the last few seasons, and I like to see a lot of play out of him. I mean, Vamek's always been super solid. You'd love to see the demos coming out of him. And Golden Shot's a player that I'm kind of new to. I think I might have played in an in-house with him once or twice, but I'm not exactly sure. But Sean RPS, he was, like I said, he was on my team. I have coached him several times. I have many videos coaching this man. He has taken all of it to heart. He's gotten so much better. And I love to see him, stepping up in this league, and hopefully he'll be able to take another series home here.
Mm-hmm. And I know that we saw a good look at Vamek's stats, but we also noted that in the game that we casted last week, it wasn't a traditional game for him. Which version do you think we're going to get? Because we saw the Vamek without the demos last week when we casted a game, and it ended up with his team getting swept. Now, we also know that they won their other game, and he was super demo heavy in that game. So, I mean, it's just a matter of consistency, really, and what we can expect from him.
Yeah, that's for sure. Big Fella mode is going to activate tonight, he says in the chat, and I'm expecting it. I'm expecting to see big things out of this guy.
Let's go, Big Fella. I can't wait. What does Big Fella mode entail? Tell us in the chat real quick.
Yeah, we got to know. The fans are dying to know what Big Fella mode is going to entail. What can we keep an eye out for there?
Yeah, I mean, Marshawn Lynch in Beast mode, we knew what to expect. Outside of the Super Bowl where he didn't get the pass. But what does Big Fella mode entail? I just can't wait. Oh. Faden, we wouldn't ask if we didn't want to know. That's horrible content. That's horrible content.
Good soup.
K Country saying huge gamer moves and Big Fella mode is good soup.
Without a doubt. I'll tell you what, though. I'm excited to see Big Fella here. I'm thinking he's going to put on a better show than he did for us last week. Now that I'm telling him to his face while he's listening in the chat, he better step it up and he better impress me this week.
Do you remember what kind of show he put on? I thought he was pretty solid last week. Outside of the loss, I think he was pretty solid. I think if I remember correctly, and I'm trying to find my notes on that game, and I hate to use the phrase non-factor, but the person that seemed a little absent in the later matches was Golden Shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, yeah. I remember us talking about Big Fella and the Vamek connection. Vamek was getting a lot of good passes middle to Big Fella, and Big Fella was definitely making big things happen. And then as we started talking about him, he started stepping it up a little bit more. So towards the end, he was definitely making some big things happen.
Yeah. I think if we can get all three players, or if they can get all three players on Ryan's Rejects incorporated into the attack, and a more consistent rotation, I think that we'll be able to see the team that won a game last week instead of a team that lost a game last week. And, I also think a lot of that is going to hinge on their captain, Vamek. I hate to beat a dead horse here, but it's going to depend on if he can follow through with those demos and bumps. Because going for a demo or a bump and getting it is way, way, way different than going and missing. because now all of a sudden you're out of position and the whole team is still up.
Yeah, definitely a good point there. And I mean, if you have a team that's like looking to play around that and they're waiting for it and they can kind of rotate around it, but it's extremely difficult whenever somebody is at a position you expect them to be somewhere and they're just not. But it looks like we're about to get into the game.
Oh man, can't wait. Can't wait. I've been looking forward to this for a week.
Definitely
Let's see if we can get
good quality, high octane Rocket League happening.
Let's see if we can get some stream redemption for Ryan's rejects here.
All right, and here it comes in. So we got Play It by Beer with the kickoff. Let me switch this up 1 second. Sorry.
I can't see your stream right now.
Well, there's the problem.
There it is.
All right, so sorry, a little hiccup there, but definitely looks like we're having some nice solid play here. Big fella gonna hit it in the middle. Golden Shot's gonna follow that up. We'll see if Vamek can get a goal here, but nice save by Mr. Soup. So Mr. Soup, as I understand, is the captain for the Soup Kitchen here. So it makes a lot of sense.
Did he just take naming rights, or was this a group decision? Do you think?
I couldn't tell you. I feel like it's a group decision. But Mr. Soup's got a lot to live up to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if he can put one on goal here. He does. Look at him already living up. He gets a 50 to the middle, and Mr. Soup's there. Good presence of mind to put one right in the goal.
Oh, big pinch in the middle, straight to the nose of Soup's car.
And it does look like my overlay is backwards again, so let me fix that.
Ooh, Golden Shot getting demoed in the backfield here. Soup with a nice play in the corner, hitting it up. Let's see who's up for that. Big fella playing last man here, going after this ball that's bounced off the corner. Ricochet's back off the corner. Here we go. Play It by Beer. That's a great name.
That is such a good name.
Ooh, Sean with a great pass, forcing the save from Vamek. But Vamek making an excellent save and finding Golden Shot on it. And here we go. We're going to see a play in the corner. It's going to go back the other way towards the orange net.
All right, looks like
Vamek with a demo.
That's what we wanted to see. Big fella's going to get a good clear out. And Golden Shots looks like he's going to save another one. Big fella's going to look to come off the wall here, but Play by Beer is going to put it off the ceiling. Let's see if we can get anybody to follow up. Soup's on the way. Oh, Soup is on this ball. This man is definitely taking his namesake of a team, and he's making some things happen.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He just seems to be everywhere. I don't know where he's getting the boost from, but he's everywhere. He's either first or second man on this ball.
The first time I'm really seeing Sean this game, but he's definitely snagging all the boosts on the map. The man does have a boost addiction. He has been working on it. He's been going to rehab. He's on like the 9th step or something, but the man cannot help it.
It's just something about getting that supersonic trail and keeping it there.
I mean, how else are you going to move around the map? All right, let's see if Sean can do something with all this boost he's acquired. He's going to hit the nice 50 mid. Big fella's going to clear that out. Play It by Beer is going to get the nice tap here. Vamek looking to clear it. He does. This is a lot of what we saw out of him last week, too. Just big clears. Nice, solid save play. Oh, Vamek's going to jump up. Mr. Soup's there for the 50. Vamek going to tap it back. Big fella's pushing it up. Sean's just going to tap it middle. Let's see if Vamek can do anything with it. Oh, Play It by Beer with the... Oh, Vamek's going to get the slight tap. Oh, no. Soup's there to clear it out. This is, I would say, a lot more wild gameplay than we saw last week. Out of both teams. We didn't really see anything out of the Soup Kitchen last week. But it's just a lot more balls to the wall play and a lot more overcommitting as we see here. As Soup puts another one in.
There's Soup. Soup's on the stove, baby. Yeah, this gameplay is it's almost feral. Like, oh man, Vamek going for the pinch clear off the post there, but Soup is there.
The Soup is indeed on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Soup with a good kickoff win there. Big fella's looking to come in here. Let's see if he can make something happen. He barely misses the double tap. Vanvik's going to try to clear this one out. Nice hit down. He knew he had a man waiting for him on the wall. Looking for the demo. Does he get it? I don't think he got it. Oh, Soup is looking for another one. Mr. Soup putting the third goal of the game in.
I've been holding it back, and I gotta say it. You smell what the soup is cooking?
I smell what the soup is cooking.
You smell what the soup is cooking? That's a Hattie right there in game 1.
I would say at this point, it doesn't matter if it was a mutual decision. This is Soup's team. He is going to put the ball in the goal and everybody else get out of the way.
Yeah, he's there. He's making it happen.
All right, 3-0. Ryan Rejects is down 3 goals with a minute to go. Anything you think they can do here?
Oh man. So it seems like the Ryan's Rejects are really committed to playing a traditional style here, where they're playing from behind the ball. But in a game like this, where, like we said, the play is pretty primal, we're seeing some mechanics, but it's just a lot of like nitty gritty bang bang plays. We need to see them get in front of the ball and look to bump from behind. I think if we can see some bumps from behind and knocking players out of position as opposed to demoing them head on, it should switch up the dynamic quite substantially.
Yeah, I feel like that also is just kind of where that team prevails. I mean, they have good solid plays, they have good solid demos, but right now they just need to find some momentum.
Yeah, they're going to have to work something out in their comms here going into game 2, because right now it seems like their play style isn't working for them. The Soup Kitchen made their presence known on the map here, and they made it known that this is their style of play, and they're going to play it. And so it's up to Ryan's Rejects to kind of turn the tables and figure out how to shift the delta in their favor. All right, as we load up for game 2. Wasn't it last week we saw Ryan's Rejects do some just janky stuff in between games to kind of get a bigger intermission?
Yeah, they were definitely seemed to be trying to ice out the other team.
I'm pretty sure that was them. I didn't make a note of it, but I'm pretty sure it was them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually feel like that's probably the shenanigans they were trying to employ there, but it's the way it ended up being.
It fits the narrative so good.
It definitely does. But what else fits the narrative here is Ryan Rejects really just trying to come up with something to come back into this series. And as I say that, Sean puts another one on goal. The Soup Kitchen's looking very strong.
They're gonna need to do something, or they're gonna be down to a quick 2-0. You see there's just nobody back there, so it seems like maybe there might be an issue with the comms, and maybe not talking about, if someone's saying, all right, I'm going for a bumper, I'm going for a demo, someone needs to step up and make the call. Not now, that's not the play. It can be a little awkward at times trying to tell your teammates what to do instead of where you are, but we see it there again. There's Sean with his second goal of the game. They need to switch something up in the comms and get something working for them.
Right, yeah. In game 1, we saw both teams just kind of playing a little bit more passive, a little bit slower pace play. And I think right now out of Ryan Rejects, we're just seeing balls to the wall, everybody committing whenever they can. And it works whenever you're bigger, faster, stronger than everybody else. But, I mean, we have defensive players like Sean and defensive players like Soup. And, I mean, even Play It By Beer's been making huge, big plays here. And it's just not working for them.
They're making some good plays, but so far in this second game, they just look a little slow, right? Having the first 2 goals scored against them is open nets. It shows that something's just not clicking there. And there's Golden shot with a packed goal from the midfield.
Yeah, big 50 coming in right there. He's gonna put one in. Oh, not even a 50. I thought he just smushed that in there, but. Man,
no, it was just
late. Yeah.
It was just a late challenge. Yeah, that was nice, and that's what they needed. I think that's going to help breathe some life into this team and maybe ease up a little bit. When you're down 2-0, it seems like a much bigger deficit than 2 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to think that they don't want their one goal so far being coming from golden shot off of a read play middle. Like you want to make some offense happen with Big Fella with his big plays, Vamek getting past his middle and getting everybody involved. And it seems like they just kind of snuck one in there, and it's not conducive for the momentum they're looking for.
No, it's not. But I don't think that's something that you look to rely on necessarily. But I think it's something that just kind of eases you up a little bit because they're starting to look a little more comfortable. There's Golden Shot feeling himself, tying the game up with his second of the game, and he looks a little more relaxed. He's doesn't look like the same player we saw last week. He seems a little more relaxed. Seems like he's breathing a little more. He's reading the play because both of those goals were just he's second to the ball, and he did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like the best offense sometimes just taking advantage of a bad defense, a bad rotation breakdown, and just putting one in the net. And Golden Shot just seems to be there. Good presence of mind to get one in.
Yeah, he did a good job there. And just like that, his team's tied up. This game's just about halfway over. And we're going to look to see if they can build off of this and use that momentum to kind of create those passing plays that we were talking about in the pregame between Vamek and Big Fella, and look for Golden Shop to kind of play cleanup role here.
Speaking of which, we have Vamek with good offensive play here, but Golden Shot's going to be the one taking care of the offense here. Let's see if he can put another one in the goal. Barely missing it. Big Fella's going to play it off the crossbar down. Let's see if Vamek can clean this up. Another backboard hit. Big Fella's going to turn on it and put it in the goal.
Yes, great awareness there from Big Fella. You can see as he starts to rotate back, he's recognizing the kind of hit that Vamek is going to have and where that ball is going to be placed, and he turns very quickly and is ready for that rebound.
2-3. Soup Kitchen's looking like they're on the ropes a little bit. Maybe Ryan's Rejects has figured something out here, but we'll see what happens.
It looks like they've...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say you're right. It does seem like they figured something out, and now with the momentum starting to shift, Soup Kitchen is going to start asking themselves, what do we need to be doing differently? Have we changed everything? What can we change to get the game back in our favor?
Yeah, and Sean with the big clear off the backboard is going to help with that. Golden Shot's going to miss it. Play it by Beer is going to try to play this in, but Vamek's there to clean it up. Vamek's another player that we saw with big clears last week, and definitely just consistent, solid play. Gets it past 2 of them. Going to try to hit it middle. Let's see if Golden Shot can clear this up. He's going to go for the control. Gets it past 2. Big Fella's just going to put it on net. Play it by Beer with good save.
Yeah, that was a very good save.
Vamek's going to grab the boost, give it the Big Fella. Big Fella's going to take it, and he's just going to kind of give it away. We haven't seen anything, any of the big explosive plays out of Big Fella this week that I was expecting. I mean, Big Fella mode has not been quite activated, I don't think.
No, but he's starting to. It looks like he's starting to vibe a little bit, where he's feeling more comfortable going for second balls and the closing threat gaps in a particularly stylish way. But yeah, I think we haven't seen the Big Fella mode switch in the on position yet. Great fake, leaving it for Vamek. Okay.
Definitely.
Big Fella mode is fancy.
Yeah. Big Fella's definitely was looking for some demos there. Whiffs one, gets the other, and Vamek's going to put it in the goal. You love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, 4-2. The Soup's Kitchen's, I mean, I don't even know if the Soup's on anymore. Like, it's like lukewarm at this point.
Yeah. Clockbot might have timed out. We need to kick that back on. But they're going to start to change some things up here. I don't think they've chalked this game up just yet. But they're going to have to change something.
What do you think that we're seeing differently out of Game 2 as Game 1 is from the Soup Kitchen's point of view?
So if I'm Soup Kitchen and I look back at that last replay where Vamek scores, okay, here we go. 6 seconds, we got a game. You see Soup Kitchen does right here what Ryan's Rejects did in the previous goal. You'll see all three Soup's Kitchen players right there ready to pounce on that ball. Just like Big Fella was in the previous goal. They're just stacking the pressure and making sure that it's known. They're comfortable up there.
Yeah, I'd have to absolutely agree with you. And Sean keeps it alive. Soup's going to, unfortunately, play it down. Ryan's Rejects is going to win this game. It's going to be 1-1, and we're going to go into game 3.
Yeah, and it seems like the third man in Ryan's Rejects there, whoever was third in that rotation, was playing a lot further up in a way more aggressive fashion than they were in previous games. Like I said, in that goal where Vamek scored, big fella comes in and gets ahead of the ball, bumps somebody, demos another, and Vamek scored, but Golden Shot was right there coming from the weak side. And that's what we saw again from the Soup's Kitchen. So they're playing very, very similar play styles. And so it's kind of coming down to whoever can play it more consistently.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you mentioned their third man coming up and playing a lot more consistent, but I feel like their whole rotation just kind of was playing a little bit more on the aggressive end of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very, very aggressive play style, and it's very, very risky. And that's kind of what led to Ryan's Rejects going down 2-0 in that first game. Or sorry, that second game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Soup and Sean's connection could definitely pull one out here. It's not like they're out of this yet.
No, absolutely not. And Sean stepped up in a very big way in that game. Great save by Mr. Soup.
Oh, with another save, keeping the boost going, getting his second save in. Let's see if he follows this one up. No, he's going to leave it for Big Fella. Big Fella's going to play it down. Vamek's going to come in, but Sergeant, play it by beer. Well, not even Sergeant, I guess, but I mean, he probably hasn't gotten promoted yet.
He's on his way. With
He
a
is
name like that.
on his way.
With a name like that, you're going to rise through the ranks quickly.
Soup's going to play it down. Sean's going to barely miss it. Vamek with another big clear. He's going to try to follow it up. Taps it over. Big Fella's going to take control of this one. Puts it off the wall. Let's see if Golden Shot can follow that in. Big Fella's looking for demos. Gets one on Sean. And he just takes control of the ball again. Taps it around his teammate. Let's see if he can play it off the wall. Okay. Grab boost. Get out. Mr. Soup's going to try to play this one in. Sean's going to try to tap it back. He does. We'll see if Soup can get there, but he's just a tad too slow. Great shot, or great pass by Sean. That was a very good presence of mind to know where his teammate was.
Yeah, that was some good team play. Soup found Sean on the back post, then Sean almost found Soup again on the other side.
Oh, Big Fella with a big clear off the back. He's going to be able to keep control of this one. Yep, plays it off. Golden Shot looking for a demo. This is definitely looking like the top demo team in the league right now.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of get the ball in the corner and speed past it and get into the goal mouth and look for bumps and demos.
Right, nothing throws up defense off better than that. And I mean, obviously, Ryan's Rejects are definitely taking advantage of that, and they're doing it well. They play that game, and they play it well. And Big Fella coming in, Big Fella mode activated. Big goal.
Yeah. That's a very, very big goal to get the scoring started in this third game. Big Fella with a great aerial, putting it in the top shelf.
All right, 1-0. Halfway through the game. Mr. Soup, big kickoff win. Oh, but Big Fella taking control of the ball, taking control of the boost. Oh. Just kind of getting it past all three. And, I mean, there's not a lot of boost here on the blue side, and Vamek's been taking advantage of that and put it in the goal.
Vamek with a quick demo while the team's rotating and getting back, and he capitalizes just on that, 2-second window, not even 2-second window. And that's what we know him to do. And I think that's what was missing in that game that we casted last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan's Rejects looking like a much different team this week, and they're looking like they definitely have what it takes to take down the 2-0 Soup Kitchen.
Yeah, this could be a very humbling experience for them, that's for sure.
We're not seeing what we saw coming out of them in game one. We saw a lot of big offensive plays, a lot of passes back and forth. Soup taking, oh my God, with the air dribble bump. As I was saying it, Soup is taking control of the game again.
Yeah.
How dare we doubt him?
That's hot Soup right there.
Oh
That's some hot Soup.
Hot Soup countering Big Fella mode.
Yeah, that's a pretty big play, and it's a pretty sophisticated play too. Great presence of mind, great mechanics to control the car to get that bump after the air dribble. That was a good goal. That's a highlight reel goal.
Absolutely, definitely one of the better goals we've seen on the day. All right, Vamik's going to come up the wall here, try to clear this one out, barely missing it. He's going to be there again for another tap around. Just Sean to beat. Sean with a great clear back downfield. Soup's looking for the bump, but Golden Shot clears it back out. And Play It By Beer is going to slowly control this. Vamik hits it back in. Let's see if Soup can clear it out. He barely misses. Vamik's going to tap it around. Let's see if Big Fella can follow it up. He doesn't. Ooh, Golden Shot with a risky hit. Oh, man. Good tap around.
Yeah, Golden Shot was making some. He had to make 2 very difficult reads there, and it worked out in his favor.
Yeah, Golden Shot's definitely a much different player than we saw last week. He's playing a lot more consistent. He's also seemingly going for a lot more bumps. He's a very bump-heavy player this game. But, I mean, I guess he is number 3 on the bump stat leaderboard for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, you have to wonder if they worked on that in scrims this week and leading up to last week. Because we're seeing some good play out of him. He's got 2 goals in this series. We're seeing some great bumps, some great presence of mind, and good reads from him. Not at all what we saw last week, which is really nice.
Yeah, we're definitely playing with. Playing with Vamik and then Big Fella knowing how Vamik plays. So I mean, you have to know that that's kind of their game plan going into it, and getting the scrims in, getting the practice, and practicing out a little bit, and you just got to know that that's where their strategy is going to be going into the future. Vamik looking for another bump again, but he bumps his teammate. Sometimes that's just going to happen whenever you're a crazy bump man.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that happen. I think it was Play It By Beer. Great shot from Big Fella.
Oh my God, Big Fella mode has been activated. What is this man doing? Big banger into the crossbar down.
Why is he up in the air
love that
already?
placement.
Why is he up in the air already? I love it, but why?
You don't question Big Fella mode.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
question
gotta
Ryan's
be-
rejects. These guys know what they're doing. They're showing their no slouches. They had not their best showing week 1, but this is a team to be reckoned with.
Yes, and you have to. I know we're not in the comms and we can't hear what they're saying, but I have to figure comms played a large role in that goal right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's gonna do it for game 3. Ryan's rejects up 2 goal, clock on 0, ball gets grounded, and there's Big Fella with the MVP. Go on, flaunt your stuff, big guy.
Big Fella mode activated. This man, he called it.
Yeah.
He called it pregame. He's coming in and he's showing us.
2 goals, 5 shots, 1 save. It was a great performance, not just from him, but for the whole team. Really, we're not seeing a consistent distribution of points on that team, but everybody knew their role and they played it very, very well in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a team to definitely watch here in the future.
Yeah, are they going to go for the 3-peat? Are we going to cast 3 Ryan's Rejects games in a row?
Oh man, if we watch them again next week, this might just be the storyline this week might just be the Ryan's Rejects.
Yeah,
and I definitely I'm okay with that. I think watching the development of this team and what they could do as a team is something that's just it's a storyline in itself.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Night and day. For those of you that watched last week, it's a night and day difference for Ryan's Rejects right now. They look a lot more comfortable. They look a lot more cohesive. And they're playing really, really solid team ball right now.
And they're doing it against one of the undefeated teams in the league.
Yes.
It looks like Vamik's going to try to dribble it in. Oh, he does the pre-flip trying to get the dunk, but he does it just a hair too early. Big fella looking for the dunk, misses it out, but it's a double commit. Let's see if Golden Shot can put it in. He does. Golden Shot getting one on net here. This man is honestly the MVP for the day for me anyway.
Yeah, he's making some good stuff happen. It's great team play to watch. It's satisfying, to be honest with you.
Let's see if the Soup Kitchen can figure anything out here. And like we were saying last game, it's just ever since game 1, it doesn't feel like they've been in control of much, and it's just a whole lot of talent on that team, just not a lot of cohesion.
Yeah, and that's one of the hard things about this game is that they had a game plan that worked for them in the first game, and Ryan's Rejects adapted around that game plan and shifted the momentum and started winning. So when you have a game plan that you have success with, it's hard to back up off that. and develop something new, especially on the fly. But they're going to have to think of something here soon.
Yeah, they definitely need to make something happen here as Golden Shot gets another demo. And Big Fella's going to try to keep this one alive. Vamix getting bumped by Soup, but Golden Shot's there again. Let's see if Golden Shot can get a good pass middle. That's a very good high clear off backboard. Big Fella was waiting on Vamic to put that off backboard for him, but I think Vamic was just trying to leave it for Big Fella. Big Fella with a great backflip into that. Let's see if he can do anything with it, but Mr. Soup clears it and looks for a shot on goal, but doesn't get it. This is
Big Fella with a save, too.
Yeah, this is a big... It seems like Mr. Soup is trying to do it all, and it's just nothing seems to be happening now. It seems the rotations out of Ryan's rejects is just too strong.
Yeah, and Sean had a really solid game defensively in the first game. We saw him come up with a couple of goals in the second game, but he's gone a little quiet on us. I know that the team is named after Mr. Soup, but we need to see a little more from Play It by Beer, and we need to see a little more out of Sean. Because like you said, it's a team sport, and one man can't do it all.
But yeah, but the man, I mean, bless his soul, the man is trying. Let's see if Play It by Beer can get a good hit up middle. He does. Let's see if Mr. Soup follows up on this. This has the feeling of a double commit, but Mr. Soup was patient. Golden Shot's going to clear it out. Vamic's flying through the air. Taps it around Sean. Golden Shot with another hit off wall, but Big Fella's going to have to bail on this one. Let's see if he goes up wall and clears this one out. He misses. Mr. Soup's going to put it off the backboard.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Big miss by Play It by Beer.
Yeah, I think his team, I think everyone was expecting Mr. Soup to kind of slot that on the top shelf, but it was just an awkward hit for him.
Right. Yeah, Mr. Soup knew it was going to be awkward, try to put it off the backboard, but it's just too much, too slow, and Ryan's rejects are just too quick to rotate back. Good pinch out. Let's see if Big Fella can follow this out. Mr. Soup's going to try to control this. Hits it a little too hard. Golden Shot's going to hit it down, but Mr. Soup follows it up well. Sean's get a good pass mid. Mr. Soup's going to try to turn on that, but Big Fella's going to try to find the goal. Play It by Beer hits it out. This is the actual game that Ryan Rejects wants to play right now. They just want to kill clock, back and forth, play a little ping pong, play safe, and they just want to take it right now 1-3.
Yeah. They're doing a good job of controlling the ball and controlling what's happening when they have it. They're not seeing a whole lot of pressure in their defensive third. And that's exactly what they want, as Sean rips a hard shot on net.
Oh, Mr. Soup. Oh, man. Mr. Soup barely missing. Vamic with the great clear out. And Big Fella's just going to get a big high clear here to kill some clock.
Yeah,
oh,
Soup was a little sick about that one.
What Mr. Soup definitely recovering well from his backflip error, getting a good save out. I mean, the Soup Kitchen needs to make something happen here.
That was nutty.
Golden Shot putting one in the top corner. Big Fella's going to follow that up. Big Fella's going to try to tap back to Vamic. He does. Vamic's going to put it off the wall. Let's see if he can follow this up. But Sean with the great clear out. The Soup Kitchen needs to make something happen.
Yeah, and Vamic's just ripping demos this game. I think that's his third in this game alone.
That's the Vamic we're used to seeing. And Big Fella's going to put another one in. Looks like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, look at this mid-air adjustment by Big Fella when the pace of the ball switches here. He rips that late flip to slow himself down and get the shot on target.
All right, let's see if we can get a kickoff goal here. It's got to be something big.
Yeah,
oh,
something
Sean,
big
that is something big, but Big Fella, good presence of mind. Play it high, play it hard. And that looks like it's going to be it. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I think that's going to do it for this series.
Taking it 3-0, wouldn't it? Just a great performance.
I'm not trying to sound like a negative Nancy or anything, but that is not what I expected, given off of what we had seen last week. Totally different team than what we saw last week, and it made for some great content and great gameplay. Yeah,
absolutely. It's definitely not something that we definitely expected coming out of last week, but Big Fella called it. He said Big Fella mode's gonna be activated. That was a 3-1, correct?
Yes, it was.
All right.
Yeah, Soup's Kitchen took the first game off of Mr. Soup's Hattie, and then Ryan's Rejects just kind of steamrolled there.
Right, yeah, they they found something. They figured something out. They had lots of demos, lots of very solid gameplay, and they took advantage of a lot of their opportunities. It was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, that was really, really nice to see. We saw the post game one adjustments by Ryan's Rejects, and they just seem to be really, really in sync. And to Soup Kitchen's credit, I think this is a great game for them to have tape of, because they're going to want to go back and see what went wrong and see what they could have done differently to switch things up.
Yeah, I don't feel like there was a whole lot they were just doing wrong. It was good, solid gameplay, and I feel like maybe in the past couple of games they relied on Soup taking it by himself, scoring the goals like we saw in Game 1. I mean, then we had Sean's strong defensive presence in Game 1 as well. But I feel like Ryan's Rejects they figured something out. They found something. They have synergy now, and that was just good, solid gameplay.
Yeah, Sean did a good job of stepping up in that second game when Soup couldn't quite find the net. Sean came in with 2 goals, 2 very, very good goals, and it seems like that not being enough almost deflated him a little bit, because there wasn't a whole lot to talk about from him or Play It by Beer in the next couple of games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we had a couple of really, really good series here today.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of tapes to review. Some great notes coming out of it. We saw some really, really good games. And we didn't see 2 3-0s. We got to see 2 3-1s this time. Maybe next week we'll see a Game 5.
And I would love to see a Game 5. We saw a couple of overtimes today, so that was something.
Yeah, that was nice. They were quick overtimes, but they were nice.
Yeah, that is true. All right, well, we're gonna cut it here, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, watching a couple more good sets on 9Moons Rocket League. Definitely check us out next week. ! Discord in the chat to join our community. And you got anything else you want to say, Snake?
Oh man, just thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Tell your friends, bring them by next week. We'll have a show for them.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. Peace. Love.